For those who hear, let them hear. For those who see, let them see. May the Christ within illumines the world, and know that God is one with thee. Melchizedek Truth Principle. The Lord's Prayer. We are happy. We rejoice with you. We give thanks. You, dear ones, now understand the words of the Galilean when he said, "Lo, I am with you always." There is but one presence. As you know it, it ever bounds in power and in truth. And it becomes a part of man as man accepts it to be. It is for that reason we continue to reason with you, dear ones, to be ever positive. As you already know, one does not speak until they have so formulated their words in thinking. When man learns the power he expresses in saying, "I am," he shall never speak in negation of the creative principle in life. For you will remember the Galileans said to the Pharisees, "Before Abraham was, I am. I am, and our Father, power, peace, plenty." The physical body is to receive every worthy consideration, for it is the temple of the living God. It should never meet with disregard in man's thinking. For likewise the Galileans said, "Keep ye therefore clean, and undefile the temple of the loving God." It is well for external cleanliness, and we are agreed with it. It is well that man takes what he calls pride, the manner in which he clothes the physical temple, but the great cleanliness is in man's thinking. Desire, dear hearts, desire. When he desires to live and sincerely desires to live, the physical body shall respond to that desire. Among the many beatitudes, you will find this one. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. How does man see God? Where is the heart of man? How is man pure in his heart? In his thinking. And with the purity of desire to live and to express God, the physical temple radiates health. The very countenance radiates with the life of God. It is in that manner that man catches a glimpse of God. I am God's child. I am one with God. What shall man disregard in the creation of the physical temple? Not one consideration. Who created the physical temple? God. Therefore, the temple is not just gross matter, as man has so recognized it to be. You, dear ones, who are working with the elements of nature, you are familiar with the radioactivity, are you not? Why do you find it? From whence does it come? Is it not power? Since God has created the physical temple, God has left a part of God's self in every cell and atom of that temple. It needs must be for it. If it were not so, man's prayer for the restoring of health to the physical temple could not be. Each cell of the physical body is alive. It responds to both negative thinking and to constructive thinking. I am life. I am health. I am the perfection of the living God. I love life. I love God. My breath is the breath of God. What is man doing when he so speaks? He is but declaring the oneness with the Father. Our Father, who art in heaven. What is man saying? Man is not pleading. Man is not begging. It is not a vain supplication. It is a dynamic degree of recognition with God. Our Father. The Father of what? The Father of whom? the Father of all that which expresses life. It is man recognition of not only his oneness with the Father, co-heir on the throne of life, ruler with the Father in the Father's kingdom, but is likewise recognition of his oneness with all mankind. Hallowed be thy name, an expression of love, adoration, but above all, a declaration of acceptance. Thy kingdom come, not on earth, in earth, as it is in heaven. There is no separation in God. God knows nothing about segregation, no limitation. For man to say, on earth, that power could be isolated to some small remote corner of the universe. In earth, their hearts, as it is in heaven. And the physical body is of the earth earthy, but it is alive with the power of God. Remember, God created it. It is part of the great atom of the universe. It lives. It needs must be, for it is the dwelling place of God. Therefore, when men make statements, I am life, I am health, I am power, he is speaking to the minute cells of the physical body, which are waiting to hear the voice of the Creator. Man is God's child. Man is perfect spiritual being. Man has never changed. He may lose his way, but listen, dear hearts, as a tiny spark of the eternal flame, the spark left its seat of perfection, imperfection, and it returns in the same perfection, for perfection is never destroyed. You, dear ones, are working with the elements of nature. The elements of God are proving that to be true. It is in that manner you should prove to the rejecter of truth that God is. To a dear one present, you prayed a prayer as you walked through the valley, and your prayer was a prayer of thanksgiving. You thank God for life. You remember, do you not? And as you did, life became manifest. Listen with us, dear heart. There is no past to behold. All things become new, and we rejoice with you. You are God's child, and as you continue to declare your oneness with God, in God, the physical temple shall again express the radiant life it did when you first claimed it. And in speaking to this dear one, we are speaking to each one of you. Man cannot live the life of his fellow man, and we are agreed with that. But the sage of the ancient age said this, Thou art thy brother's keeper. What is the meaning of the words, thy brother's keeper? Love expresses perfect order in God. Love is the Christ principle of life. Therefore, the Nazarene said, Love ye one another. Yes, it is true. Man of earth cannot live the life of his brother, but he who possesses light can illuminate the dark road of his brother. Therefore, he becomes his brother's keeper. Cast thy bread upon the waters, and after many days it shall return unto you, and ye shall find it. Man finds the bread he cast upon the waters. In the pattern of prayer which the Nazarene gave unto man to use, man has learned to say this, Give us this day our daily bread. Bread, symbolizing the spiritual substance of life. Let us examine the statement. There is but one day in the realm of God. Likewise, as the Nazarene said, man lives not by bread alone, but by every word which proceeded forth from the mouth of God. May we try and weave the statements together. Give us this day, not tomorrow, not days, weeks, months, in that which man has learned to call the future. This day, God's eternal day. Give us this day our daily bread. That is not a plea. It is not a lame petition. It is a statement of confidence. To whom? Our Father who art in heaven. It is denying the limitation of mortal mind, and it is pointing the blade of the plow of life into fertile soil of understanding and turning over new soil, as it were. And the statement is good, fertile, healthy seed dropped in the new soil. Bread, the spiritual substance of life, provides the needs at hand, and the needs at hand grows, and as it does, man knows no want. For the Nazarene has said, that which you have need of, the Father knoweth before you ask, and as ye ask in secret, which is in silence, the Father rewardeth thee openly. Listen, dear hearts, I am powerful. I am health. I am the glory of God in manifestation. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the perfect likeness of God. That is the bread of life, dear hearts. That is spiritual sustenance. Likewise, the Nazarene has said, if the Son asks the Father for bread, shall the Father give him a stone? And if the Son asks the Father for a fish, shall he give him a serpent? Ask the Father, dear hearts. There are no stones, no serpents, in the Father's storehouse of infinite supply. Let us go on a step further with the prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. And the Nazarene said, forgive us for our debtors as we forgive our debtors. The pain of the claim, dear hearts, forgiveness is expressing love, and love meets every need. For the Galilean has said, love ye one another, love even those who despitefully use you. For we have heard one of you say, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Well spoken. The blessing of God is with you. What is man saying when he says, I forgive you? Let us go back to man's recognition of God in the prayer. Our Father, man's recognition of his sonship with the God and the brotherhood of man. God is all forgiving. And when man says, I forgive you, he is saying this, I am giving God's love to you. For the error you committed in blindness, I forgive you. I, the oneness of life, every kindly word, every kindly act, every kindly deed says, I forgive you. Every smile of love says, I forgive you. I forgive you. It is then that man's inner chamber becomes deplete of all malice, all desire to rule physically so. It is then that the Father expressed in wholeness the giving of the old for the new. For behold, all things have become new. We love you, we love you, we love you, dear hearts. And though it may be physically, as you would say, impossible to place a hand in the hand of your fellow man, when you so desire to do, you have a spiritual hand. It is the hand of God. Reach it forth with your benediction of love. You shall find that you have been your brother's keeper. Love is the keeper. Love, love, love. It is not the age of the body. It is the beauty of the soul. Dear ones, be as links in the chain of love. you shall know the meaning of the words, I desire not sacrifice, moreover mercy, said Jehovah. Love is mercy. Mercy is love. Love and mercy knows no sacrifice. Now is the hour of the rapture, not in that which man sings of as the sweet by and by. Now is man caught up in the rapture of rejoicing. Now he knows the true meaning of closing words of the prayer. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, world without end. Bless each one of you.